All right, guys, so the fishing is over. It's the next day, and we're gonna get to cleaning and the cooking part. So I'm only gonna clean 2 fish. I'm gonna clean 1 trout, and I'm gonna clean this flounder. Just to let y'all know right now, I scale my flounder because I like the skin on my flounder. I don't scale my speckled trout. I used to years ago till I got married. My wife don't like skin on her fish at all, but I will not compromise on the flounder. So I do not scale speckled trout. I take the skin off for her. I've done it for so many years now that I just, even if it's just going to be for me, I've just got, I just go ahead and take the skin off. So anyways, that's what we're going to be doing. It's probably the same as most everybody does it, but just in case you don't do it this way, I'm going to show y'all how I do it. I'm left-handed when I clean. I use my left hand to cut with. So, but anyways, give them a little cut right behind the fins right here. Pull that air bladder out. Like I said, this is probably the way a lot of people do it. Some people cut right behind the booty hole, and that's fine if you like to do it that way. They'll come and cut right behind here and cut all the way up. It's just personal preference. Either way, you get just about the same amount of meat. I think the other way, you may cut out just a tiny bit. You might get a little bit more doing it this way. Here's an airplane. Every once in a while, I use my electric knife. Just another good reason that I don't keep a whole lot of fish anymore, because I don't want to have to clean a whole lot of fish. So just go down along that backbone, and sometimes you put a little pressure on it, it helps even more. Beautiful fillets right here. Beautiful fish I caught yesterday, man. And now we got our flounder. Go ahead and give them a good scaling. I gotta tell y'all, I was watching a cooking show once a few years back, and this dude was cleaning a flounder, and you can tell this dude ain't never fished in his life, because he started talking about scaling a flounder because he was gonna keep the skin on his. And I mean, this was like a big time cooking show thing. I don't ask me who it was, I can't remember, but he said this is what he said exactly. So when you scale a flounder, you only got to worry about this side, the brown side, because the white side don't have scales. I was like, I wish I would have been recording that, because that right there is scales, people. In case y'all saw the same guy and thought the same thing. Yeah, flounders have scales on both sides. I do not know how in the world or why in the world he said that, but yeah. So, and like I said, this is the only, I do not compromise on my flounder. I like the skin on my flounder. So, give them a good scaling, clean them down, and we'll clean them up. All right, got him all scaled up, cleaned off, blew all the scales off everywhere. So, when I do a flounder, I always do the white side first, because the white side is thinner. And it's easier to me when you still got the other side still on there. I think it just seems like it makes it just a little bit more difficult if you clean the other side first and you flip it over to do this side. But anyways, you can see a line. Y'all see that line? The lateral line comes down right there. I cut right down that line, guys. And that's right along their backbone. And like I said, some people do it a little differently. They clean it. Once I get in there, you can just feel the bones in there. You just follow the bones. Some people can will completely take the bones out of them. I don't mess with that. I haven't mastered that, never tried it. But they'll come in here and cut around everything, take the whole bone, and still have the whole flounder. I said I've never tried it. Never ever tried it. The belly is right here, so you're gonna cut a little further back on this side. And the same thing, just go right down them bones. And once you get it to the fins out there, you can just cut it off. There you go. And the other side, you can kind of sort of see the line. It comes right down through there. I'm gonna cut it. And again, you come further up on the top side of him. I guess you can call that the top side of him, opposite of the bottom of the mouth, if you will. And just follow them bones in there. I'm not sitting here claiming to be the fastest guy that does this or anything like that. I'm not here. I don't run charters. I don't need to do them fast. I'm just doing it the way I do it. And if this helps you learn how to clean one, great. If you got a better way, that's even better. So you feel that belly. Come up that belly, go down that backbone, and then to the ribs. Just follow the bones again. Ooh, missed some right there. That's what happens when your knife's not as sharp as you want it. There you go. All right, so that's how I clean my fish. And tonight we're gonna be eating the flounder. We're gonna be frying it, which is not hard to do, but I'm gonna show you just in case some of y'all don't know how to do it or have never done it. I absolutely know that probably 99% of you already know how to do it, but just in case that one person. So we're gonna fry that flounder, but here's the kicker. I'm gonna be making a cream sauce, and this cream sauce is absolutely awesome. So y'all stay tuned for that. It's gonna be some good stuff. And then we're making some suddenly pasta. Suddenly pasta, it's boil. It's like macaroni. Boil it, mix it. It's not really hard either. So that's what we're gonna be doing. But the cream sauce, that's what y'all gonna want to pay attention to, guys. So we'll see y'all when we're getting back to that. All right, guys, so it is time to get started on the cream sauce. Now what I've already made is this suddenly pasta salad. I told y'all, read the box. It's self-explanatory. There it is right there. You can't beat that stuff. It's awesome. Half a cup of mayonnaise, all you need. Boil it. Strain it once you boil it and get them soft and let them cool down. And then put it in your mixture. It comes out better. Enough about that. Let's get to making my cream sauce. All right, so first, I got some crawfish tails, some frozen crawfish tails, Louisiana crawfish tails. I had some shrimp, some frozen shrimp also. Tell y'all a little trick with these crawfish and these shrimp, and I also got some lump crab meat. I'm not gonna do this with the lump crab meat, but I'm gonna tell y'all what to do with this stuff right here. So I had frozen shrimp. I took my frozen shrimp, and once I got them thawed out a little bit, I cut them up because they were pretty big. Put your stuff in some water like I got right here. Once you get your crawfish tails thawed out, clean them real good, and a bowl about that size, 2 caps, crawfish boil right there in that dude. Stir it around. It's gonna give them some good flavor. That's the biggest thing you can do for crawfish. If you buy them frozen like that, if they're already boiled, that's fine. You don't have to do that. Is your shrimp already boiled? Fine, you don't have to do this. But if you want to give them that flavor, that right there, and don't overdo it, about that much water, 2 capfuls is all I use. After that, we got us about a 1/4 stick of butter. I'm gonna melt that butter down. Once I get that butter melted down, we're gonna saute some mushrooms and some seasoning blend. Yes, I am cheating, but this stuff right here, you can't beat it. Throw it in there. Otherwise, if you want to cut up your own celery, onion, bell pepper, feel free. I like this stuff. It comes out just as good. Got some white wine. I'm gonna use that in there. Got some heavy whipping cream. Once this stuff gets melted down, we're gonna saute our stuff and we'll go from there. All right, guys, here we go. Butter's melted up. And please don't ask me how much, because I never measure when I make this stuff. I've made it I don't know how many times. Never measure. We'll add that stuff. Add our shroom daddies. We're gonna saute this stuff down. Once we get it down, cooked down good, I'm gonna sprinkle some flour in there. It's gonna thicken up and it won't take long. Once it thickens up a little bit, I'm gonna hit it with some white cooking wine. Once I hit it with some white cooking wine, and we'll start adding some heavy whipping cream, and we're gonna get it to the consistency that I like. All right, guys, I got it cooked down pretty good there, how I want it. And it don't take a lot, guys. It don't take a lot. Don't overdo it. Just a little bit. Stir that around in there. Once all your white kind of disappears in the midst of it all, see it just thickened up there. All right, turn your heat down, which I've already done. I'm gonna hit it with a little white wine right there. Get that stirred in there a little bit. We got it like that. Hit it with some heavy whipping cream. And this, you want to use a little at a time. If you put too much in there, then you're going to have to reapply a little more flour. If you don't put enough, you can always add a little more. So from here, we just keep it stirring. Like I said, make sure you turn that heat down, which we've already done. You see how it's thickening up? She is thickening up, looking good. Looking good, oh yeah. Turn that heat down even more. She looks pretty thick there, but I'm gonna add a little more. Just a second. Not too much. And again, make sure you turn that heat down, guys. Don't burn it. All right, seafood, you're gonna add super last. Your crab meats can already be cooked. Phillips lump crab meat, got that at Walmart. There's other kinds. That's the only kind they had. So that's what I got. I showed you the crawfish tails. Told you about the shrimp. The shrimp's the only thing that's not cooked. What I'm gonna do is add the shrimp and the crawfish tails together at the same time. The biggest thing is you don't want to overcook your meat. Crawfish tails are gonna be all right. They stay kind of hardy, but your shrimp will get real mushy. We've added that dude. Get it going in there, and you want to cook it, you know, till you see your shrimp turn. And see, that even thickened it up even more. We're gonna have to hit it with some more heavy whipping cream. It's gonna be good. And the crab meat, add super last, because that, like I said, it's already cooked. Really, you can add that right before you serve it. And you can make this way before you cook your fish. That's the good thing about this. And just keep it off to the side. I'm just gonna keep stirring this around and get it to the consistency that I like. Keep adding a little bit at a time. until this shrimp gets cooked, and we'll go from there. All right, so we got that shrimp cooked down. As of right now, it can just sit. So I'm gonna add this crab meat. Boom. Get a little pinch for the chef, you know what I'm saying? That's good. Break it up. And right now, I'm gonna just kill the heat. Just kill it. Just it sitting there right now. I mean, the crab meat's already cooked. Everything else is cooked. Now, seasoning. You put whatever seasoning you want in it, guys. I got all kinds of seasonings up here in this cabinet. I got Tony's. I got Seasonal. I got the Cajun two-step, and probably a couple others. For this one, I think I'm gonna go with the Seasonal. But you know, you put whatever you want in it. Season it how you like it. But as far as all this is done, guys. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm like 2 counties famous down here in South Mississippi for this stuff. A little inside joke between me, my family, and my friends. We all live in just like 2 different counties. Everybody loves my cream sauce here. But anyways, and all you got left now is to fry your fish. All right, guys, fixing to be time to fry. The grease is heating up. So the way I do my grease, I get it to 350, which is the smart thing to do. If you're frying a lot of fish, you want to probably get it up to about 400. Start dropping your fish in, because it's gonna definitely cool it off if you're deep frying in a big pan. But this is just a little bit. I do mine with a mustard base. Some people don't like mustard, but I'm gonna tell you, you don't taste the mustard, guys. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now, if you put this in there and let it sit in there for a really long time, that might be, you know, that might be different. And being I only got 4 pieces, again, I'm gonna go straight to putting some Louisiana fish fry on it. I'm not doing a big old deal of a fish fry, so just gonna put a little bit out on Louisiana fish fry on it. Get it good. Grease is ready. We're gonna go drop them in the grease right after this. All right, got our thermometer on there, 350. Make sure you use the right thermometer. There's a meat thermometer and there's an oil cooking thermometer. You'll know the difference. If you don't have a thermometer, the other way you can do is put a tiny bit of water on your fingers, flick it, and you'll hear it crackle. That'll let you know it's ready as well. Like I said, we're only going to cook 4 strips here. Shouldn't take long. How do you know how long to fry it for? Some people say till it floats, which is not bad, but I want you to listen. You hear that? See how fast that's going? Always judge by when that starts to slow down. What it's doing is cooking all the moisture and the water inside of it, and that's why it's bubbling like that. When that slows down a pretty good bit, you'll hear the difference in it. That's about when I take them out. All right, you see how it is now? It's not bubbling nowhere as near as it was. To me, these dudes is done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off. That's that. Ooh. Take that right there. The good thing about this stuff is you make too much of it, you can put it in the freezer. Save some for the next time. That's gonna be good.